Telecom World 2016, Bangkok, Thailand. I'm very pleased to be joined this morning by David Harmon, who is VP for Huawei Global Government Affairs. David, thanks so much indeed for being with us today.
It's great to be here.
Now, I'd like to start off by talking about broadband. It's a subject that's very close to ITU's heart. What is the most important factor in advancing broadband deployment, in your opinion?
Well, the fact of the matter is that last year the United Nations disclosed the figure that there are still 4.5 billion people in the world that do not have access to broadband. And when you think that there's 7 billion people living in the world, this is just simply an unacceptable figure. Because access to broadband is now a key aspect to economic planning for governments around the world. So in fact, access to broadband is as important as access to utilities, access to water, access to electricity. So in fact, it's incumbent on us all. Huawei Technologies is part of this process, but this includes representatives from the educational, research and governments around the world to bring forward initiatives to help bridge this digital divide, a digital divide that exists in all countries in the world, but sadly one that exists in some countries more than others.
And what about the government's role in this? What should government's priority be, and what's Huawei's priority in this?
Well, if you look at findings from different multilateral bodies, whether it's the ITU itself or the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, the OECD, all of these bodies have brought forward findings that demonstrate clearly that governments that invest in information communications technology, governments that invest in ICT, can deliver stronger economic returns from that investment. In fact, if there's a 10% increase in penetration levels for broadband access, a country's GDP can grow by up to 1%. So ICT is now part of the economic process. It's not just an isolated policy, it's a policy that is intrinsic and an integral part of the development of key economic sectors in a country, whether in the field of transport, whether in the field of energy, whether in the field of health, whether in the field of education, the provision of social services.
And what about Huawei's position on this?
Well, Huawei, as a company, we are a global leader in the field of wireless technology. So, for example, wireless technology has a key role to play in helping to bridge this digital divide and in helping to bring forward these new services that can serve the needs of society, particularly